So for a long time, I just did tickets. I had my head down and just got it done and then moved on to the next ticket. I thought that was a job. I thought doing the job well was how you actually got promoted. Turns out that it wasn't. What actually changed things for me was when I started putting my hand up for the difficult stuff. The messy tickets, the ones that needed talking to like 4 different people before you even knew what the problem actually was. I then had like sprint reviews where I actually stood up and showed what I'd built. I did demos and did presentations. That's when people actually started noticing. It wasn't necessarily the code. It was the fact that I was showing up differently. And I realized that nobody actually ever told me how this works. Because here's what most developers do when they want to level up. They'll probably learn a new framework and then grind LeetCode or Code Wars or whatever platform they use. And then they'll get another certification. But none of it actually moves the needle. Not because those things are useless. They're not, but they will only get you so far. And when they sit in their performance review wondering, okay, what am I missing? It's because they've been climbing that wrong ladder. Here's something that actually surprised me when I first heard it. Senior engineers spend 50 to 70% of their time on things that never show up in a Git log. You know, no commits, no tickets closed, no code shipped, or not much code shipped. The thing is, they're in design reviews asking the questions that nobody else thought to ask. They are unblocking junior devs who've been stuck for days on a problem, and they're flagging risks that might become an outage. From the outside, it looks like they're not doing much. But then when you remove them from the team, everything starts to fall apart. So what actually separates senior engineers from everyone else? You know, you can talk about communication, architecture, and mentoring, but underneath, there's one thing, and that's handling ambiguity. A junior dev gets a vague ticket and just starts typing. A senior dev gets the same ticket, but starts asking why. They're not trying to overthink. That's the actual job. Mid-level developers will solve the problem they're given. Senior developers will question whether it's the right problem that they need to solve. So I've seen developers with like 3 years experience that think like seniors. I've seen 10-year developers still waiting to be told what to build. There's one thing, and this one might sting a bit. The work actually never speaks for itself. Over the years, I've watched 2 engineers at probably the same level with the same technical ability that go in completely different directions. The first engineer delivers tickets. He's reliable, but he's quiet and invisible. But the second engineer sent short updates explaining the problems, the trade-offs. He's flagged risks before they become incidents and documented decisions. That second engineer got promoted whilst the first engineer is still waiting. That's not politics though. That's just what ownership looks like. And the thing is, you can start doing this today. You know, the same team, same tickets. You just have to show your thinking. Nobody pulled me aside and told me this. I had to actually figure it out. But once I did, things started moving pretty quickly. And if you're sat there grinding tickets and wondering why nothing's changing, well, now you know. So if you like this video, please subscribe. I try and post videos like this every week. And, drop me a comment. Are you still doing ticket after ticket after ticket? Or have you already made the shift? And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.